Previously on
I lost a trade using my IFVG model, but the very next setup completely changed everything. So after my last loss, I didn't change my strategy. I didn't start looking for a new model. I didn't revenge trade. I just simply waited for the next clean setup. And right here is exactly where I needed to exercise patience. Because as you remember on my last video, if you watched it, if you haven't, please go back and watch it. On my last video, I said I was looking for a sell side liquidity that's been rated, and at the moment it hadn't been rated. So I was simply just gonna wait for that to happen, and then from there start taking action. And I'm just gonna speed that over to that part. A little later, the market started forming exactly what I want, and right there we have the liquidity sweep that I was actually waiting for. And now let's track back before we move on further to my actual IFVG checklist. So the first thing I look for we already have is the liquidity sweep. And I want with that liquidity sweep coupled with it a fair value gap that is formed as we flip that liquidity. And we have it right there. And the third thing that we look for too is a closure above that fair value gap, which we haven't gotten yet. So we want to wait for that. And this right here is the hardest part. This is the part that usually trips me up a lot. So you see me over there marking down the fair value gap and making the projections of the trade. That projection was actually very high, and it was not my usual target of 2R. So later on in this video, I'm actually going to adjust it. So the hardest part that I was talking about is the waiting. I don't want to chase price. I don't have to chase price. So I just have to wait for it to do what it has to do, and then I execute. So right here, I'm just waiting to get that closure. And as soon as that closure comes, that is exactly where I'm going to start executing. So let's just wait and see how that goes. And right there, that is my execution right there. That is why I actually took the entry. And you see me marking out the BE level. I never really explained that before, but that is my break-even point. That is where I go break-even as soon as price runs through that high, that intermediate term high. And I go break-even there just to protect the trade because, I mean, the whole essence of trading is protecting your capital. And that is where I actually go break-even. And as you can see with price, it was actually going in my favor. So right there, I just wait and I don't do nothing. And after that entry, I mean, price just started moving exactly as I expected. This is why I focus on execution rather than prediction. My job isn't to actually know what's going to happen. My job is to follow the model and execute it as perfectly as I can. And I have to trust the process, nothing more, nothing less. I mean, usually we tend to make mistakes right here as you see price moving to your target, then we start adjusting stuff and all that. And that is exactly what I want to avoid. So this is why I just usually just target the 2R that I look for, and I don't know, just let it run from there. So right about now you're gonna see me starting to adjust the projection level that I was talking about. And over here on TradingView, the good thing about it, I have this indicator for equal highs and equal lows. So this is usually an indication for me to like target those specific highs, because equal highs and equal lows are usually more important than just normal highs. So the trade eventually reached my 2-hour target. It is the same model, same rules, just different outcomes. And this is what trading has been teaching me. One setup can lose, the next can actually win. That's why consistency matters more than the individual outcomes. If you trust your process, one loss shouldn't actually just change your whole approach. It should actually help you build more consistency, because at the end of the day, consistency is greater than results. And right there, with my projection that I've drawn out there, price actually never reached that final projection that I had up there. It ended up coming down, back down, but my 2-hour target had been reached, and that is the whole point. 2-hour a day can actually save you a lot of losses. I'm still learning, still refining, still working towards becoming a consistently profitable trader. Welcome to Volatility Vault.